Well, hello and welcome to TimeWrap. Thank you everyone for your amazing support. Please follow the podcast now on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, and on YouTube. And you're welcome to share it if you like this episode. The last time I talked about life and the meaning of it, and then I talked about the role of religion in life, for which I claimed that it was just a tool used by humans to find a purpose for living. Well, I received a lot of remarks, some of them filled with anger, but the purpose of this show was never to hurt someone's feeling. They are just my thoughts, and frankly, I just don't give a Fermi paradox. So, as we dwell into the depth of science to find the purpose of life, an interesting thought comes into our mind. That is, does it have a purpose at all? And are we alone? I mean, just think about it. Did we, life, 4.5 billion years ago, starting from a single microscopic cell, taking billions of years to evolve into more complex microscopic life, to more complex plant kingdom, animal kingdom, to trees and fishes and amphibians and reptiles and birds and mammals evolving into apes and humans? Did we went through all of that for nothing? Is our fate is just to ultimately die off and vanish into the ground from which we came from? What I'm saying is life just a byproduct of the universe? Just a byproduct of the laws of physics by which the universe operates? I wouldn't like to think that life is just has no meaning, but it has a meaning. Then where is everyone? No, this is not a typical Arnab Goswami debate. I'm not asking a stupid dumb question. I'm just asking that if life has a meaning, then by now the universe should be swarming with life. This question was asked by physicist Enrico Fermi. A little background on this little dude is he created the atomic bomb and scientifically Japan and opened the doors of nuclear power to the mankind, which would in turn power a whole civilization with negligible pollution or waste with nearly 100% efficiency. This dude wasn't just fucking around, he was a genius. And there is a lot of data to support this question. Our observable universe has around 100 billion galaxies. But for God's sake, let's just take our galaxy, the Milky Way, into perspective. The Milky Way, which is relatively a mediocre sized galaxy, has around 15,000 crore to 20,000 crore stars, and probably twice the number of habitable planets which lie in the Goldilocks zone. A short note on this Goldilocks zone is that it's like a thick imaginary ring around a star or a sun, where the mean temperature of the planet allows H2O molecules to exist in the liquid state. Now, water, H2O in its liquid form, is necessary for life to exist, at least in our case. Now, for life to develop, in our case, that is the Earth, it took 4.5 billion years for life to evolve into humans, that is, intelligent life. Our galaxy is 4 times older than that. Our galaxy is 18 billion years old. So take 18 billion years and take 15,000 crore stars and probably 30,000 crore habitable planets. Mind this is real data. This is the observable universe. This is our own galaxy. Do you really think that we are the only one around after all these possibilities? Don't you think that there is a possibility that when we look up into the sky and watch the stars, stare at them, someone, maybe just someone might be staring back? Enters Drake equation. The probability of alien life form to exist. To give us a deeper look into the nature of life itself, Dr. Frank Drake gave us an equation. First of all, for those who thought that I was talking about Drake the rapper, trust God for the help you need. Really, you need it. Anyways, Dr. Frank Drake mapped out the factors that were essential for life to evolve. And those were the average rate of star formation, Among that, the fraction of good stars that have planetary systems, then the number of planets around these stars within the Goldilocks zone, and then a fraction of these planets where life actually develops. Then a fraction of living species which develop intelligence, and then the intelligent species with communication technology. And then finally, a lifetime of communicative phase. There is a link given in the description if you want to take a deeper look. According to scientists Michael H. Hart, Fermi, and the great Carl Sagan, probability is that intelligent life has already evolved and developed interstellar travel that we humans are just now looking upon, investigating now. It took 4.5 billion years for a single cell to reach this stage, and our galaxy has 4 times more the time to do so. The Milky Way can be traversed in a few million years, and it has existed for more than 15 billion years. When we compare the two, it's just like a few seconds in a 24-hour day. Then what's the reason why alien life form haven't made contact? Or maybe, just maybe, at least we should have gotten some sign by now. Now Fermi in the 50s, Michael H. Hart in the mid 70s, and the great Carl Sagan postulated the possible reasons why. The first of them was that our star system is on the outer side of the galaxy. Maybe we are on the countryside, not the metropolitan area. Or maybe on the darkest side, life isn't as important as we thought it was. Maybe it's just a byproduct, and the reason we haven't made contact is because the nature of intelligent life is to just destroy itself on its own. Now, the other reason might be that mankind is just not ready for it. There's a possibility that more evolved life looked upon us, like we looked upon Rahul Gandhi supporters, or like we look upon Donald Trump, and just thought that,
you are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Maybe after 10,000 years of Homo sapien journey and 500 years since we started to exponentially discover science, a possibility lies that when we are able to make a machine a supercomputer powered with zero resistance conductors which thinks for itself and which would enter into a symbiotic relationship with the humans, that is when AI, artificial intelligence, breaking point is achieved along with quantum supremacy, human intelligence would be so puny that we would compare human intelligence to artificial intelligence like we compare an earthworm to Einstein himself. When that happens, and probability is that will happen, there is a chance that artificial intelligence is the future of life. And when that happens, alien life form will make a contact. Thank you so much for listening. The next episode will feature artificial intelligence and what it holds, what its pros and cons are. Make sure that you tune in to listen. Lastly, I would like to say that I'm just so thankful for everyone who tuned in for this podcast. Your like, your comment, your share, your subscription, your follow means a lot to me. I hope you liked today's episode. The upcoming episode is about coronavirus, and I have a little interesting perspective to share on that topic. Make sure you tune in, make sure you follow this podcast. Thank you.